driving to the set, you know, because we had all this set, a lot of the sets were built out in sound stages in Chatsworth. I'm driving to the set and I think, wow, this is the most prepared I've ever been to start a movie. Nothing can go wrong. I'm like, you know, everything's dialed in, and then my phone rings and it's Sid. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And then he tells me what's going on. I'm like, oh, fuck. But I'm just sort of like talking to him, like, oh man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna, you know, I thought maybe, I didn't know what to think, you know, I mean, it's kind of like not prepared to accept the reality of what he was telling me at that moment. So we just kind of, I went to the office and I told Mike Elliott, the producer, and that day Bill Moseley had come into the office to get his wig fitting done. And I told Bill, and he was, you know, he was pretty shaken by what I told him and what Sid had told me, which I'm not going to say exactly what it was because I don't think it's been made public what it actually was that he told me. But at that point I thought, okay, well, maybe he'll get better. You know, he just had this procedure done, he's in the hospital, you know, he's 79, so I'll just keep hoping for the best. So I went to visit him in the hospital, and it was very shocking because he was, you know, he's like a big guy, he's like 6'4", and he, you know, weighs whatever, but he was like a skeleton, and he's laying in his hospital bed looking, if he didn't have his beard, I would have no idea who he was. He looked so different. So I thought, oh, this ain't gonna work. So then I started rewriting the script, little by little, thinking, okay, well maybe he can live to here, and he can do this, and maybe he doesn't have to walk in the scene, he can just sit down, and maybe if Otis does this, he can just react to it. I was like trying to figure out everything to make it work. And then another week went by, and we're really on top of shooting. That's when Sheri and Bill came with me to see him, and he didn't seem any better. In fact, I thought he seemed maybe worse than the week before. And at that point, which a lot of people don't know this, we're like, well, we had been hiding all that from Lionsgate. I told you, but I hadn't told Lionsgate because the fear was what was about to happen. So we finally told Lionsgate, and they immediately canceled the movie. They go, oh, one of the main people can't do it, movie's canceled. They're just like, there was no argument, it was just done. And that was a Thursday afternoon, and luckily our producer, Mike Elliott, used to work for Roger Corman, so he's always shucking and jiving and like figuring out, you know, how to make things happen. He was like, well, we already paid the crew for Friday, so can we at least work through Friday, giving me 24 hours to reinvent the whole script. And I knew that Jason Constantine at Lionsgate, who was in charge of the project, was a big